host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine, a city so live.
Good morning, Frederick. Today is Thursday, August 29th, and I'm your host, Dani Gurry. It's been quite the morning, actually, already. You gotta love it when the day just throws curveballs at you, and I was supposed to actually be somewhere this morning and had taken care of the show, but the rendering gods weren't having it. So anyway, here we are. We're ready to go. Today's show is packed full of great stuff, including giveaways, of course. We'd always love to give you something. If you'd like to have it, you are welcome to it. We also, of course, have what's happening in Frederick, which is a coverage of the greatest calendar in all the land. And we'll talk about events for this week, and some that I know that are happening this weekend, and some that you're going to want to check to be sure they're happening because they've been on the calendar for a while. We're also going to talk to Steve Hartman from Hart Home Solutions. I've got Joel Ramirez and Kolby Cregger from Frederick Skyline soccer team, and photographer and cinematographer Rosaria Varriale, and the Pita King, George. And I've butchered his last name several times yesterday, so we're just going to say George, the Pita King. But his food, oh my God, well worth visiting, all right? So that is what's coming up this morning. I'm not sure if Chris is jumping on. I told him earlier he didn't have to, and then I texted him back and said if he wanted to, he could. So that's going to be a 50-50 this morning, but that's all on me. All right, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are doing very well. I'm very happy. It would be great to get to 800 by Monday afternoon, which is Labor Day, if you can believe it. September is here, really, this weekend. It's unbelievable. But I think we have about 60 more to go to get to 800. So ask a friend or two to subscribe today. Ask them if they've seen the show, if they know anything about it. And I want to welcome all our new subscribers. I saw we had a couple new viewers on YouTube today. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it. And if you're wondering, hey, what is this Good Morning Frederick thing all about? Well, it's about you, Frederick. It is about the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, the community of Frederick, and of course, everything that's going on here. It's a great testament to a place that we've built that I love so much. All right, don't forget about the podcast. If you're in the car and you just want to listen, you can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other platforms. You can also listen directly on YouTube. There is a podcast specific audio-only version every day of the show. Or you can go to promocircus.com and you will see the podcast right under the calendar of events. Makes it a little bit convenient if you can't stream the video while you're driving, which you shouldn't be watching anyway, but I know, you put it on Bluetooth and stuff. All right, don't forget our Good Morning Frederick merch. You get something and the community gets something every time you purchase. We do have our 100 show shirts, which are limited edition. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. You'll have to wait till show 200. I'm not sure if I'm going to do shirts the next time or not, but you never know. But I also have t-shirts, tumblers, stickers, magnets, and a few hats, I think, available. Every time you purchase from Good Morning Frederick, proceeds are donated to Christmas Cash for Kids if you purchase now through December. because we love helping local organizations, and making sure kids have something for Christmas is a big, big thing. So we want to help those kids right here in our community. And speaking of helping kids right in our community, Sleep in Heavenly Peace does that. They actually build twin beds so kids do not have to sleep on the floor. There are thousands of kids who sleep on the floor every single evening, and we don't like that. We want to make sure they have a bed to call their own. But we need new bedding. That's sheets, blankets, comforters, pillows, etc. Twin size would be awesome. So if you're out shopping, maybe you got some extra Kohl's cash to spend, and you see some stuff maybe on clearance, doesn't matter, it just has to be new. We are taking all of those donations at the home of Everything Frederick, which is located at 401 North Market Street and open today at 11 and through Sunday. Today through Sunday, you can drop your stuff off. And tomorrow, I will actually put up my Venmo and Cash App and PayPal and all that good stuff. If you just want to donate what you can, I will go shop for you and make sure we fill that bin by the end of the month for them. All right, let's get this Thursday started. Well, I want to thank our show's sponsor, because we couldn't do this show without all of the great support we get from the business community. We help you move. Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts make that whole process easier. We help you move as veteran-owned and a supporter of the Frederick community. Go to wehelpyoumove.com. All right, let's talk about what we've got to give away today. All right, we've got those 2 tickets to Troy Fest. That's going to be a really fun music festival. That is next Saturday. So we'll give you through the holiday weekend, and we'll select a winner on Tuesday. So you want to go ahead and text FEST to 888-465-2944 if you'd like them. We've got that family 4-pack of tickets to Gaver Farm. Good for the season this year. 4 tickets to visit the farm and do all kinds of fun stuff. They have like goats and pumpkin patch and corn mazes and all that sort of stuff. Text farm to that number as well. Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. You want to text if you want to win those. We give those away each week, and you can go to mdlottery.com for all the available games. You want to download the app as well, because then you can scan your tickets, because apparently we talked to Gail from Maryland Lottery. I'm going to have her on tomorrow. There's somebody who has an unclaimed ticket, $10,000 worth, that was sold at, I think, right in Buckystown. So anyway, can't throw away those tickets. I scan everything, even if I don't think they're winners. All right, we got the Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket, good for the season. And the 4 tickets to any Frederick Keys game, they finish on Wednesday. So you've got Friday to Wednesday as your last opportunity to go see the Frederick Keys, and I'd love to get you there for free. 888-465-2944 is the number you need to text. All right. Let's talk about what is happening in the great town of Frederick. I'm telling you, more things than you probably even realize. All right, happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It's Berea Thursday at Taco Bar. They are at West Point Plaza in that little West Point shopping center. They're on Route 40, and phenomenal Phenomenal food. Birria is slow-cooked shredded beef, and it's served a variety of ways. The best way is on tacos with the consomme, where you dip your taco in the beef broth. Anyway, you can get a birria taco, quesadilla, birria fries, and more. Remember, at Taco Bar, birria is only available on Thursdays because it takes a long time to cook, and they want to make sure to deliver the best birria for you. Go to tacobar1.com for the details and to find out more there. All right, let's get here to the calendar. You can go to promocircus.com to get onto our calendar, and here it is. And I'm telling you, it is packed full. It's taking a little while. There we go. All right. I am trying to figure out a way to make this prettier, but it is what it is for now, and it does take a lot of time and effort to kind of bring all the events to one place. I scour things like Downtown Frederick Partnership, Celebrate Frederick, Visit Frederick, all Facebook. Anytime there is an event posted that comes across kind of my screen that I think people are going to want to know about, I try to add it. Now, can't do it all the time. So if you see an event that you think should be on our calendar, tag me in it or message me on social media or, tag Good Morning Frederick, and I hopefully will find it. All right, let us see what is happening today. Well, certainly it is Thursday, so there are lots of great things happening. And first and foremost, the home of everything Frederick is open. And it is Alive at 5 day. So there's lots happening around Alive at 5. WFRE's Country on the Creek is happening there at South Mountain Creamery from 3 to 7. And WFMD, the sister station, is at Sweeties. I don't know what it is about those radio stations and the ice cream shops on Carroll Creek, but I don't know. Maybe you ought to do a comparison of ice creams. See which one we like the best. Trust me, I like every ice cream, so it doesn't really matter. It would be a tie. They would both win. Alive at 5 tonight is Nick Fry and the Sons of Thunder. So $6 to get in. You must be 21. $6 drinks, so beer, wine, and spirits. They do have these awesome pre-mixed, I think a McClintock and a 10th Ward one or something like that. Those are very good. $6. You got to get your tokens when you get in there, though, because you can't just pay directly. So you can check that out Thursday nights. That's what it's all about. All right, on Friday, if you want some fresh produce, you can head to Fingerboard Farm Market every single day, 11 to 5:30. They're right on Fingerboard Road, and they offer organic, great produce, whatever is available currently at the time. There's also on Friday, Music in the Village, 5 to 8 p.m. in Warman's Mill. That's a lot of fun. And, of course, the Frederick Keys are home Friday through Wednesday, and then the season is over. So if you haven't gotten to a Keys game this year yet, you're going to want to head out there. On Saturday, this is a holiday weekend, remember, so please check the schedules of all of these events. I have not confirmed whether they are happening or not. So, some I do know are absolutely happening is the WVU Mountaineer Football Watch Party, okay? Your Orioles Nest, 331, right on West Patrick Street behind Burlington Coat Factory, is the official Mountaineer football location, okay? So if you are into WVU football, they're going to have all the games. There's going to be food and drink specials the whole time, and they'll be doing that. So you're going to want to check that out. I think doors open at 11:30. I think the game's at noon. WVU Mountaineer fans, you're going to want to head over there. And, of course, it is Play Music on Your Porch Day. So apparently this is an annual thing. I just found out about it a couple weeks ago when Brooke Fox sent it over to me. They did this last year in Newmarket, and they're bringing it back again this year, bigger and better. They're going to have musicians playing throughout the streets, and there will be refreshments served as well. So noon to 3 in downtown Newmarket, right on Main Street. Head out there. Check it out. There is nothing better than hearing live music or even recorded music playing, wafting out on the sidewalks. And hopefully you don't get too many curmudgeons who like to turn it down. But anyway, sit on the porch, play some music. Apparently, I think you must be able to register somewhere so you can look online because more than 2,000 porches in 79 countries participate in this. So you can check that out too. I want to thank Brooke Fox for that. Let's see what else is happening. Sunday, again, I'm not I can tell you what is happening because I know I added this and it's not a recurring event, right? So some of the events that are recurring may not actually be happening on Sunday, but paint your own vase at Dancing Bear Toys and Games. That is happening from 1 to 3 p.m. So you can head downtown Frederick at East Patrick Street and go to Dancing Bear and paint your own vase. That's going to be fun. I love that. Also, Frederick Keys are again home at 6 o'clock against West Virginia. And if you want, you can do yoga in the outfield before the game. I can't do yoga at any given time, so I might just go lay on the field out there. But you can check that out as well. You can do the class on the 1st. There are fees available for that. You have to fill out the form. So if you want to do yoga in the outfield, you want to go to the calendar, check it out, and fill that out there. And then Monday is Labor Day. Again, not sure, other than the Keys I know are playing, and I know bingo is happening at the Orioles Nest. Doors open at 4, first game at 7, with a $100 per game payout if there are 70 or more players. So grab your friends and head over to the Orioles Nest. That's going to be fun. And then Tuesday, of course, we're back with normal. And we'll get you all there's an emergency preparedness bingo at the Middletown Public Library on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. But you can check out the calendar and go to promocircus.com for that. And there's so many great things happening in our town, seriously. And some things I want you to save the dates for, kind of coming in the future. The Cozy Castle, September 12th. They are having a tea and tour. Remember the house. Karen Hillman, I showed you. She's just so creative and amazing. You'll be so inspired. You're going to want to go. And tickets are available at Eventbrite for that now. But we're going to talk more in detail about that next week. And then Key City Foundation's Fun Run. Their Oktoberfest 5K Fun Run is happening October 5th. And that raises money for a great organization, Key City Foundation. And if you find that event on the calendar, go to October 5th. There is a discount code you can use to save 10%. And again, as that event nears, we will talk more in detail about everything you will need for that. But just wanted to let you know, if you're a 5K'er, you're going to want to head over there and get registered for that because it looks like a great event. Now, if you have an event you want included on the calendar, you can email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. If you have an event you want me to talk about specifically, we can do that too. And it's just $25, and I'll cover it for 5 days, or $40 for 10 days. Pretty affordable to get your event raised to the top. I also put little emojis next to your event on the actual calendar. It helps to make it stand out a little bit as people are browsing through. So those are a couple things that we do for that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back with Stephen Hartman from Hart Home Solutions, Joel Ramirez and Kolby Cregger from Frederick Skyline soccer team. I see they signed in on YouTube. Welcome, you guys. And photographer and cinematographer Jennifer Varriale. She's the one who took those gorgeous pictures of me for Frederick Lifestyle. And it was more the photography than anything. And then we have the Pita King here. And all of that is coming up just after a couple short messages.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining family beyond compare.
I'm having a day already. Hit the next thing. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. That is a very sweet ad with Colonial Jewelers. How sweet is that? All right, let's talk about who is making our market wonderful. All right, Market Makers, sponsored by Candles by B&L, specializing in handcrafted soy wax scented candles. They only use the finest ingredients. Candles by B&L is a woman, minority, and veteran owned. At Candles by B&L, their goal is to light up your mood one candle at a time. And don't forget, you can get those beautiful candle bouquets at the Home of Everything Frederick, where each flower is an individual candle. Isn't that cool? It's so cool. So candlesbybnl.com. All right, let's go with Steven. Oh boy, I am telling you, I'm all over the place this morning and I don't really know what's happening. Steve Hartman served our country with several tours overseas, and during that time he learned some valuable construction skills that he's used for the past 20 years or so. Hartman Home Solutions can take care of everything from some minor damage repair to full basement refinishes and remodels. Let's meet Steve Hartman. Oh boy. Have the once a month social networking at the Home of Everything Frederick, the first Wednesday evening of every month. And that is where I met Steve Hartman from Hart Home Solutions. How are you?
Doing pretty well.
Tell me a little bit about Hart Home Solutions. How long have you guys been in business?
We'll hit the 2-year mark in October, so not that long. And started it as a side business, turned into a full-time business with a few employees, and I have subcontract labor when I need additional staff. But yeah, it started on my own with $1,000 and turned it in our first year of business. I had almost $400,000 of revenue.
Holy cow. I need to go on your trajectory, I think. But I know you've only had the business for 2 years, but you've obviously been in this industry for much longer. How did you get started?
Really, my parents grew up where we had to fix things ourselves. So I learned to use tools with my dad and mom, and from there, I had an interest. I was always, fixing things. And our vacation home, our little cottage that my grandparents owned, every year, the first week of vacation was fixing it. The second week was the real vacation.
Right.
So that's what got me started. And then I'm a veteran. I was a carpenter in the Army Reserves to pay my way through college. And I had my first deployment building bases in Kuwait for a year in 2003, 4, and 5. It was a
Holy cow.
14-month deployment. So when I finished my history degree, after I came back from that deployment, I started working with Ryan Homes, and I've been in the construction industry for 20 years now.
Thank you so much for your service. That's a big commitment, and we appreciate you being deployed. I know that's hard on family and on yourself as well. Hart Home Solutions, do you do everything from like a renovation to just minor fix-it things?
Yeah, we started doing like small projects that I could do along with my consulting part of my life. And we've expanded we do a project typically at least $200 or $300, like fixing a drywall hole or replacing something that fell off during a windstorm. up to our biggest projects have been $80,000 to $100,000 so far each, and that's a full basement remodel or major kitchen, bathroom, bedroom remodel. Um, Typically, right now we're doing one kitchen and one bathroom, and we're starting a basement remodel in the next week. We're submitting the permit. Typically, our guys do, a variety of projects.
Where do you like to work?
Yeah, Frederick County is probably 90% of our projects. We'll go into Carroll, Washington County, and Montgomery County as needed. We're debating to get our license for Pennsylvania and West Virginia as well. But we're pretty much within a half-hour drive of Frederick City is our normal radius.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine, I think especially with home prices and things like that, that people are deciding to fix up where they currently are, whether they're going to stay for much longer or want to sell later down the track. And obviously, we all know kitchens and baths sell the house, right? So that better look nice.
Definitely. Yep. That's what we focus on. And then a lot of like older homes with siding repairs, cedar siding, door replacements as door jambs rot, mostly like organic material rotting, like whether it's door trim, window trim, wood siding. And then, yes, definitely the bathrooms, kitchen remodels, and flooring from, I think, even my dog's, because of her paws and scratches, I'll probably be replacing my floor at some point.
Yeah.
So we like to do LVP flooring replacements over top of, or ripping out what exists and doing some scratch resistant waterproof LVP flooring.
Do you have a couple of tips for people that have their own home on things they can do to maintain it and keep it looking good?
Yeah, definitely read the manufacturer's specs and
Pop.
clean the flooring often, because the little dust particles and sand, salt, the little minerals that you can't really see, that stick in your shoes, that's what creates the minor scratches and the wear and tear. And really a healthy cleaning and pressure washing. We have 4 pressure washers, and so we do that, exterior pressure washing, anything that's plastic or, decks. And then for the interior, just, hard scrubbing, scotch pads and Swiffers, keep things clean and the grit off of the surfaces.
Yeah, absolutely. If someone is looking to sell their home and can't afford a full kitchen remodel, do you have any tips on things they can do just to freshen it and bring it up to date?
Yeah, typically, depending what the issue is, I always recommend a new flooring is relatively cheap, or re-sanding. We do sandless finishing of floors that are a little scratched up. Painting the trim. Usually when I look at my own home that I just bought recently, it's from 1910. So I'm slowly, repainting the trim, fixing the little things, new light switches. One of my favorites is the Wi-Fi, voice activated light switches by Lutron. And I've installed those in most of my house. And that really, you don't even have to touch your switches anymore to turn on every light in my house. I can time it, set timers, and less germs and and they look cool. They're pretty similar to regular lights, just a little couple LED buttons on the side.
That's cool. I haven't seen those yet, but I'm assuming you can control them by your phone and things like that.
You can control them, anywhere you have Wi-Fi, so it's good for security and relatively cheap upgrade for lighting.
I love it. All right. If people wanted to find out more about you, I'm assuming they can go to your website or on social media.
Yes, I don't post a whole lot, but I have an Instagram account, Facebook page is where I do most of my marketing. And then we have a website, which I need to revamp, but it has our contact info there.
It's tough to balance everything out. And we were talking about how we write sticky notes, just try to remember things that need to happen, but it is kind of by priority, right? And so if you're kind of busy and you're getting work, you're not really thinking about, hey, I need to to keep those things up to date. Plus social media, website, all of that is like another full-time job. So I get it, 100%.
We have a Google business page, which has a lot of good reviews, and the
Great.
Facebook page, and then our website. So that's relatively been enough for me. Any type of remodeling, I prefer bathroom remodels because the length of ordering cabinets for kitchens and then the countertops, it's a lot to coordinate. But bathrooms are pretty easy. We can knock one out usually in 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the materials. Kitchens are our second biggest thing, and then I like full basement. Finishing a basement that has just concrete, doing the framing and the walls, everything to the completion. Those are longer projects, and it's good. I have a work study kid, Brendan, who's been with me for 14 months now, almost 15 months. And so the bigger the project, the more I'm able to give training to guys that are fresh into the industry. So I feel like I wanted to be a teacher. So giving back in that way, like by training guys, is one of my priorities for my business.
That is awesome. And that's really great. I think these apprenticeships or part-time help or internships, whatever they are, it's really great for people to learn in real life how things work. We really appreciate everything you're doing, and I'm going to look around my house now and see what needs to be done and maybe get on your schedule.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we give I usually get feedback on my pricing with projects that we don't win. I'm usually right in the middle of the guys that are unlicensed and the guys that have a high overhead. We're here to help people even if we don't win the job. We're always here to help estimate or do a check estimate for other clients. We provide a variety of services besides the actual construction.
Yeah, well, that's a really good point. You talked about licensing, and I would say that's probably a pro tip to offer to people, because I do see this on social media probably once a week, if not more frequently, where somebody puts a deposit down with somebody who doesn't have a license or is bonded or is, legit, and people run off with their money, don't finish the jobs and all that good stuff. So how do people check if the contractor they're going to use or their service they're going to use is legit and licensed?
Go on to the Department of Labor. That every contractor has to have a license called the Maryland Home Improvement Contractor License. You can find everyone that's registered there, and if they're not registered, you'll know pretty quickly.
Everyone should have an MHIC number. Most people put it on their business cards or their websites or Facebook, or you can ask them for it, and you can double check on that website to make sure they're legit.
To say that was one thing that actually scared off some of my clients because it was like handyman work, and I have my standard contract is 9 pages, and then plus or minus with the scope, as I detail out the scope. And she's like, I've never had a handyman give me a contract like this. I'm like, well, that's illegal. So, I'm by the book. I don't want to get in trouble.
If there was one thing you'd want people of Frederick to know about you and your business, what would that be?
We stand by our work, and things aren't always smooth with a construction project, but we always get the job done. And that's, I guess, verified by my Google business reviews and my Facebook. And I'm a local veteran from Linganore High, York College, Hood College. I work where I live. I live where I work.
All right. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you for spending time with me. And we will see you very soon, I'm sure.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. We want to thank Steve from Hart Home Solutions. Boy, I tell you, it's hard to find a good construction guy. So if you're looking to get some work done around your house, you might want to check him out. All right. We have someone else making our market fantastic. This Market Makers is sponsored by CK Nails, your full-service nail and spa salon. You can go get a manicure, pedicure, facials, waxing, and even eyelash extensions at CK Nails. If you go to cknailsfrederick.com, you can get pricing, book your appointment, see a full list of services. They're located right on Christopher's Crossing, really, coming out from Monocacy Boulevard. Christopher's Crossing, cknailsfrederick.com is easily accessible from Mormon's Mill, Clover Hill area, all of those neighborhoods. They are right through Christopher Crossing area. All right, Joel loves soccer and has been playing since he was a wee one. He decided to bring Did you know we had professional soccer team here? Look, we got professional basketball, we've got baseball now, and now we can add professional soccer to the list in Frederick. We've got the Frederick Skyline team, and it is thanks to Joel Ramirez and Kolby Cregger, and they were here to sit down with me and talk about it.
Joel and Kolby, Frederick Skyline. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's the name of the team. When did you bring the team to Frederick?
I brought it to Frederick on January 10th of this year, but we've been around for about a year and a half privately. Because it was for fun first. Then a local sponsor ended up meeting me because my sister used to work for him. Was like, hey, I want to sponsor you. And I was like, whoa, we're not even like an actual thing. So we ended up just starting it for fun. We were known as Westernville first. And then we rebranded to Frederick Skyline. In the fall of last year was kind of the breaking point. That's when we noticed this could be something special. Our men's team made it to the semifinals. We hosted that game at Otella Park off Jefferson Street.
Okay.
And I would say we should have sold tickets that game because a lot of people came out that game. Unfortunately, we lost to a team called Short Sports, which ended up winning the entire thing. When I spoke to that coach, he said that this was the final, and he felt like the atmosphere here was amazing, and we had something special in Frederick. So I connected back with Kolby, because Kolby used to be a board member when we first started, but things were a little hectic. We were just starting, wasn't really too big then. And then we noticed that things were getting bigger and bigger, so I brought him back on board. He agreed. We met with Debbie from the chamber, and then we ended up joining right on the wave of the Flying Cows, so it was kind of great that the Flying Cows were coming, and then we were right behind them. It was like a pretty big wave of sports coming around. And then once we launched January 10th is when the influx of the following and the fans and the kids were just like, wait a minute, where did you guys come from? But yeah, we sat down, took a vote. We talked to the players, and they're like, this is what we want to do. We're ready.
Okay.
So we launched it January 10th, and then we had our first game on April 7th at Hood College. Okay. And then we ended up, it was a rough start. I think the attention got to the players, even though they wanted it. And then we finally just sat them down. I was like, hey, look, this is what you wanted. Forget the regulations, forget the expectations, just have some fun. Ended up winning out the second part of the season with 3 points in playoffs.
Okay.
So ever since we've started reality, this is the first season where we missed playoffs.
Okay. And you brought the team and organized the team? Are you the team owner?
Yeah, from top to bottom. I started it with a piece of paper. Started as a fun thing, then it turned into this big item where we're at now. So
yeah. Okay. So what do you hope for 2025?
2025 is going to be either moving up a league, because as we're being private, the other leagues in the area have reached out. I was like, hey, you got something special in Frederick. Something about Frederick that catches our eye. So we started talking and then negotiating, but there were certain things that we needed to check off. We have the team, we have the stadium, but what they're looking for is fans, community engagement. So in 2025, from now until the spring season comes, it's going to be a lot of community engagements, players meeting people out in the community, and then we're looking for that first game of spring to be something special.
Okay. So why soccer? Is soccer something you've always played?
Yeah, I've been playing soccer since I was 4. But this is honestly kind of my father's dream. My father used to have a team back in the day when I was little. And I used to run around the sidelines playing with the kids, thought I was on the team, but I was like, no, sit down. But it turns out just to give opportunity. I was blessed enough that my father worked hard to play in FC Frederick, the Alliances, and other great teams in the area. But I had friends that were much better than me, I'm not afraid to say it, just financially couldn't afford it, even the payment plans. And to this day, even at an adult level, there's just a pay-to-play system that just isn't right. That kind of what makes the United States behind in soccer and other countries is we have to physically pay to kick a soccer ball, rather other countries simply provide it for free, and they focus on development and that system of soccer, which is why if you look at the World Cup, USA never really wins it for the men's. But on the women's side, they do it correctly. The women's side, they really focus on a women development soccer, which is why our women are 4-time champions, which is amazing to see. So I sat down with the wife and talked to Kobe a little bit and friends I had in the area. I was like, hey, what are we missing? And it was a true soccer team that gave opportunities for people to actually play rather than sticking to that pay-to-play system like, hey, come pay me and you play. So we ended up doing some numbers. It looks like the league we're in, players still pay to play, but we're actually about 72% less than any team in the area that charges to play. Each season, our goal is to lessen fees to a point to where it is be free to play here, to where if you play at Skyline and you play for Frederick, all you gotta do is show up, kick a soccer ball, and enjoy the fans. But we all know the stories. Like, I tore my ACL, I had a baby, my grades are bad. My excuses are why you didn't make it far. I opened the door with Skyline, kind of asking them, okay, now what? There's opportunity. You've continued to say you can't play or it's not fair. Here's an open door, safe place where you can actually come and try out. If you don't make it, you can join our team of staff. You can join the volunteer items or even try the kids that some nonprofit side as well that we're doing as well. So pretty much just giving the opportunity. We came up with the motto of Unite and Believe the Sky's the Limit, which is unite the community behind the sport of soccer, because soccer is growing tremendously in this country now. And having every player believe they can play at this level, and then knowing that as long as we're Skyline, the sky's the limit. And that alone has just brought the intention of players like, okay, I want to be here. Even driving from D.C., Montgomery, some people from Virginia, they're like, the motto alone is this something special.
Yeah. So where do you find your play? I mean, what league is this?
The league is called United Premier Soccer League, which is UPSL, which is the third division of soccer pyramid, which is right next to about USL 2 and NPSL as well. One jump above us is something called NISA Pro, which is the goal. That's where a local team called Maryland Bobcats play at. That is the official pro. So in our pyramid, it's considered minor league, semi-pro as well.
Okay.
For kind of similar to, some of them do and some of them do not. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. And as you're building and growing and getting fans and sponsors and things like that. So you were responsible for sponsors.
Yep.
Yeah. And so what types of things do you have on offer if there's a company out there that's interested in getting involved?
Yep. So we have a few different things. We have jersey sponsors, so where you can have your logo right on the jersey, sleeves, front, back, just like a normal soccer team would. We have banners that we can hang up at games. We have season tickets that you guys can purchase. We're also going to start looking into doing a magazine for the season, kind of like the Keys do for game day magazines. We want to just do one for the whole season just because with soccer, we don't have like 6-day homestands. We have one game, then we're all for like 2 weeks or on the road. So it's harder to do, the clump. It's just easier to do the whole season. And we have the men and women's team. So there's opportunity if you prefer one or the other, or if you want to get involved in both.
Right. And do they both play the same day? The men's and the women's, or they're completely separate?
There's about a month or two gap between the men and the women. The men usually start on time, usually. And then for the women's side, there's not much teams in the area at all. Just in general, there's not enough women's teams. So they only play late spring, summer. Yeah. But it's another benefit for us because our women's team is actually the only women's team in the state of Maryland competing in this league. So that tells you a lot. It's right here in Frederick. So we have people coming from PA, from Virginia, D.C. just to be here because the growth is amazing right now. Okay. And the women are better than the men. But like I have a personal friend, Jake Hood, that does amazing. He's a local guy here, and he does amazing work with them. Okay. And we have a lot more local girls and all that team than we do for the men, but they're more of a family than the men are kind of like, hey, and the women are like, hey. So it happens.
We're like that. We're a little bit like that. Where are you from originally?
So I'm from here, but I grew up from Montgomery County. Okay. Then my father moved us out here in 2005, and ever since then I've been here in Frederick.
Okay, very good. Very good. What do you love about Frederick?
Just community, honestly. It's like a tight little home. Because right now I reside in Walkersville with my wife, and it's like I'm not really tired of Frederick. Montgomery County is the traffics, the headaches. I didn't really know much growing up, but I knew my dad was tired of like just the area of just consistency, congestion, and all that. We moved out here, and I went to Cisco High School, and there used to be a farm there. Now it's a bunch of houses. So I think what I love about Frederick is just everybody knows everybody, and if everybody goes to an event, they recommend other people. Everything's like word of mouth. And you can walk this shit downtown and see different young people trying to make it something. And like the older ones are like encouraging it. Which is why when I joined the chamber, Debbie kind of told me I was the youngest one there. And looked around and all the older women and men were like, how old are you? I'm like 24, 25. They were like, wow, okay, good job. So it's kind of just having that family-oriented community, which is what I see here in Frederick. This is great.
All right. If there's one thing you want people of Frederick to know about your team, what would that be?
Honestly, we're definitely different from the Lager Saga teams in the area. Not only do we have a men and women's team, which is rare in this league, but it's going to be something amazing, something special. Our main goal is to have Frederick behind us. Our main goal is just flood our social medias, our emails with events because we really want to attend every event.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Frederick Skyline, you got a March to June, right?
Yep. March to June coming up.
25. Be looking out because you guys will be doing a lot of stuff, I'm assuming. And
Yep.
like,
Oh, yeah.
and being out in the community.
Yeah, we got a mascot now.
Oh,
Yeah,
what is a mascot for Frederick Skyline?
I can't really say right now. No, somebody has it. I'm not going to point fingers, but somebody has it.
It might be
But-
in the trunk of my car.
Yeah, so only a few people have seen it, but it has a whole jersey and everything else. But we are going to do a name the mascot with the Frederick community as well. We have a few partners we're doing it with, but that launch probably happen next 2 weeks.
Okay, we'll be looking out for that. Follow them on their socials, check out the website, and get ready for some soccer in 2025.
We want to thank them, soccer fans. Now you're going to have something to watch as well. You'll have your own team. I love it. I love the ingenuity. I have a feeling that I'm in the older folks category of the chamber supporting them, but we love seeing the young people with drive and determination doing some great stuff for our community, and we thank them for that. All right, one more quick break, then we're back with photographer and cinematographer Jennifer Varriale and the Pita King, George. It's kind of like the Mediterranean section of our show, and you'll find out more about that in just a moment, right after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Ah, yes. A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they are right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and the, outside of that, the outskirts. They specialize in roofing and siding, and they'll also take care of new windows. Do you need new windows? As it's getting cooler, you're going to want to make sure you've got good windows to save on those heating bills coming. And quickly, actually. It's going to be here before we know it. Patios and decks as well. Look, it's the perfect time of year to go sit outside. A&S Construction can handle all of that for you, and you can save $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Go to ansconstruction.net for the phone number and the email address and all the information you need. A&S Construction. Okay, let's talk about some more great people in our town of Frederick. And People of Frederick is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? Simple. They're a full-service travel agency to save you countless hours of online research. And gosh, if you make mistakes, which I have done before when I've tried to do it myself, they will not. They'll take care of everything for you, making sure you're going to get from home to wherever you're going and back in a seamless way. They monitor your bookings for unexpected changes as well, so they'll alert you. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your vacation. All right, she took the gorgeous photos of me for Frederick Lifestyle, and Jennifer Varriale is looking for clients who need brand videos and photography to add to her portfolio. And I have a great time talking to her. Here's Jen. I'm in a photography studio above Delizia Cafe on East Patrick Street. I am with Jennifer Varriale, yeah?
Yes.
I love it. And I say it like that because she's Italian and I'm Italian, but she's way more Italian than I'm Italian in the sense that you were really raised there.
Mm-hmm.
You were raised in Italy.
Yes.
Napoli, you said?
Napoli, yes.
Yes.
That's where my family is from.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She is responsible for the gorgeous photos that were in Frederick Lifestyle
Yes.
of yours truly. Did you happen to see the social media post where a friend of mine was on a plane and somebody
Yes.
saw the picture?
Yes.
It's a stunning picture.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because it's me. It's you did really, really well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So your passion is really cinematography.
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 Yes.
Cinematography.
Yes.
You want to work in video.
Mm-hmm.
But you started taking photos professionally, really, a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that pays the bills a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's always nice to do photography as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the eye is similar, right, for
Yes.
both things. It's just you're looking for something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely different techniques and
Yeah.
yes.
So when you were 18, you said, "See you later, family. I'm heading to the United States." And
Yes.
you and your brother just came over.
Mm-hmm.
And you finished school here,
Yes, I finished high school.
high school, and then
Yes.
you went to college, to Montgomery College.
I went to Montgomery College for 2 years. I got my associate in arts, and then I went to Towson University, and I got my bachelor in film production.
That is unreal. That's really amazing because you didn't know English before you really got here. And that's unreal. I don't think there are many people who could move to a foreign country where virtually everything is different, right? I lived in Australia. They spoke English just with an accent. The
Yes.
money was kind of the same. You came somewhere where nothing was really the same.
Yes, everything is different.
Everything is different. And that's pretty brave, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've accomplished something by being here this long?
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
you should.
when I look back at it, I definitely see that I've accomplished and I've done things that I probably wouldn't have done if I stayed
Right.
in my country. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So now most of your family is here.
Yes.
Yeah. And your brother opened Delizia Cafe here in Frederick a couple years ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
And then is he the one that owns the restaurant in Montgomery County as well, or another?
No, my other
Your other brother.
Yes.
He has a
Yeah, we have a family restaurant in
Yeah.
Germantown.
in Germantown. And what's that called?
That's called Mama Lena.
Oh.
As my mom's name.
Aw, Lena, like Elena or Lena, L-E-N-A?
Lena as Madalena.
Okay.
But
Oh,
Lena's-
Madalena. Okay.
Yeah, but it's short. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. I love it. Okay, so photography is your thing now, kind of with cinematography.
Yes.
So, what is it about taking pictures? What do you love? What do you love about it?
About taking pictures. It's probably just capturing like moments. I just like to be creative, and then just capture a moment that you look back at it, you know, and you kind of remember the moment and what you felt.
Yeah.
And yes,
Yeah.
I feel like pictures and like besides videos
Well,
as
video
well.
too,
but
right? Yeah.
Pictures, they like speak to you in many ways. Like I feel I've always been passionate about it because I've always been really connected with albums. So since I was little, every month, every like week, I will go over and over my family album. So I will look back at pictures even before I was born, and it was just give me that feeling of like, you know, my family and what
Yes.
they did, even when I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And like you start imagining or like remembering those moments.
It does. So you have 4 siblings? So there's 5 of you all
Yeah.
together?
No, we were 4.
4.
Yeah.
4 together.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. 2 brothers and another sister for you.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. And you're the youngest.
Yes, I'm the youngest.
Yeah. Did you get spoiled because of that?
Maybe a little bit when I was little.
Yeah.
They tell me, from my brothers though, not
Yeah.
from my parents, from my
Okay.
brothers.
Yeah, they took- yeah.
Because I was the little one.
Yeah, because you said 12 years younger or 10 years
So.
younger?
10 from my
Yeah.
sister, 13 and 16.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you are the baby. You are the
Yes.
baby. I love it. Do you get back to Italy often?
Not really because of work.
Yeah.
I can't really go as much as I would like to, but I
Yeah.
went back 2 years ago for
Okay.
my sister's wedding.
Oh, very nice.
Yes,
Yeah, because
but-
she's there.
I didn't really get to go as much as I would
Yeah.
like to.
Do you have any goals of anything that you want to achieve that you haven't yet? Kind of, do you have those things on a vision board? Hey, I want to do this.
Yes, so I want to get to the point like where I just have my own production, both in videography and photography. So I kind of want to get away from working for other people, which I do like it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say
No,
that
I
don't like
understand. It's got to pay the bills, right?
yes.
But it's not your vision.
Yes.
Right? You are focused on somebody else's vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And that's hard as a creative person when somebody says, "Oh, I really want it this way," and inside you're like, "Oh gosh, that's not what I would do."
Yes,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. You have to take direction and be able to do that.
So that's why
understandable.
this past year I've been going on my own, creating my own name, and starting to doing like my own pictures, my own videos, both in like portraits, family, but also in like weddings. I also went into fashion a little bit
Nice.
by myself. So eventually that's the goal, to just like have just my own.
Your own brand.
Yeah, my
Your
own
own brand.
Just growing into
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, I think you're a hustler. I think you'll get there. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of you.
Thanks.
If there was one thing that you would want our viewers to know about you, what would that be?
There's a lot. I think I would just like them to know that I'm just passionate about what I do. And I like to connect with people. I like to get to know people. And I'm all about like connections and people and working. But it's not like I'm too focused on the money, I would say, or like, I don't know how to explain, but I'm really much about like connections. Like I just want to make something for the people.
Yeah.
Like that's all about me. Like I care about people in general.
Yeah.
So I just would like them to know that I'm just like that. Like I'm just genuine, nice, and fun, and just real. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you love about Frederick?
Frederick, I'm pretty new in Frederick.
Okay.
So I moved last September, so
Okay.
about a year ago.
Yeah.
I really liked the community. So I kind of got into, I've been having this feeling of feeling a little bit like Italy, where, because I'm from a small town in Italy, so we all kind of know each other, and, you know, you walk down the street and you say, oh, hi, you know. So here it kind of feels like that, where it's like everyone, it's a community, everyone helps each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just feels like a little bit like home, I would say. Yes.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of small town, even though you have access to some big city stuff,
Yes.
which is great. Well, what kind of work do you want to do, like in this coming year, to help you achieve that goal?
Okay. Definitely, I would like to just do maybe more like business. Because I've met a lot of people that have businesses here in Frederick, downtown area. So I was hoping to do a little more like brand and business associated, like videography and photography.
Okay.
So I would like to kind of connect with people that have businesses and offer my, my services.
Yeah, so somebody who might be looking to shoot a video
Yes.
to tell the story about the company itself, what its goals are, and things like that.
Yes.
That would be someone good to refer you
Yes,
to.
or even just, brand video, promotional video,
Yeah.
Videography-wise. But photography-wise, like if it's a restaurant, we can do food photography for social media,
Yes.
YouTube, Facebook,
Okay,
website.
very good.
Yes.
Where can people get in touch with you if they would like to get more information or book you?
Yes, so I have Instagram, which is Jen Varriale right now.
I think it's amazing that you've just been in Frederick a year and you've already hooked up with the likes of Frederick Lifestyle, which is pretty good.
Yes.
And I'm sure that there will be more work for you down the way. And really, you've only been in the U.S. 10 years. So that's you've done pretty well, I think.
Thank you.
Yes. And I might have to book her to do some of my videos for sure. All right, Jennifer Rosaria Photography.com is the website. Reach out if you want to look as good as I did in that Frederick Lifestyle magazine. All right, we thank you very much for your time. All right, we want to thank Jen. How adorable. And Delicia Cafe, I'd only been in there a couple of times. She's right upstairs. She has her studio right there. So that's a family affair for sure there. All right, let's talk about some local bites and delights. Sponsored by the Great Frederick Fair, coming September 13th and 21st. You can get your Jack Pass ticket now online, which is for an admission and all you can ride. And the Jack Pass is available, you have to buy it before Friday, the 13th of September. And it's good for any day at all, even the Friday, Kids Day, or whatever that is. When you buy your Jack Pass, you can use it any day. GreatFrederickFair.com for more information. All right, George has grown up in the restaurant industry, and before the pandemic, he was an executive chef. When he found himself laid off, as did millions of people, he decided to put it all into a food truck, and the Pita King was born. But I have to tell you, this is no ordinary pita. George does everything with a delicious twist. Here is the Pita King. You can stand however you like. Just be comfortable.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
You know I'm going to leave all this.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
As long as it's live, I mean, as long yeah, whatever.
It's all good.
Yeah, I've been on TV before.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it sucks.
Game shows?
No, I was on WJZ.
Okay.
For one of the restaurants I used to work for.
Okay.
And we promoted them and did all that stuff. So
yeah.
The
right.
camera's fun.
So okay, I'm here with George. We're at Linganore Wineries, or he's at Linganore Wineries today. Mama Cone and I came to visit and got treated to some, delicious food from the Pita King himself.
Hi.
Thank you so much for that. Delicious.
Thank you so much.
That is some of the best meat in the traditional pita that you just gave me. You do something different because I eat a lot of gyros.
Yeah.
But that meat.
Yes.
You have something special on that.
We try to give you big flavors and bold tastes in everything we do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So your family, you've grown up in the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
Your family's owned restaurants in the past. You're from the Baltimore area?
Yeah.
And moved up here to Frederick?
Yes.
5 years ago or so, you said?
Yeah, about 5 years ago.
What do you think about Frederick?
I love Frederick. Frederick's awesome. It's a great town.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect when I got here, and didn't know if I was going to have a food truck or if I was going to be working in the restaurants, but this is where life took me, to the food truck, and it's been so amazing.
Yeah. So during the pandemic, you kind of experimented with what this was going to become.
Yeah.
And then, and the crab cake egg roll thing you have.
Yeah.
That is extraordinary.
Yeah, we only use jumbo lump and Maryland crab meat and our family recipe, and that's it. And
Well,
yeah.
you can tell there is no filling that I could taste. It's not too overdone with other ingredients. You know, us Marylanders are picky about the crab cakey thing. We see a lot of imitation and not.
It's like either like they're using some Ritz crackers or they're using a lot of bread.
Yeah, breading. Yours no. Yours is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So the Pita King, you decided Pita was kind of a good vehicle.
Yeah.
But you've done some non-traditional things inside the Pita.
Yeah, I would like to do like the Pita King is always going to be the staple, right?
Right.
Doing like that. But then also like to give the chef flair that we have, like that with like, you know, the crab cake egg roll, or maybe like the Thai chili shrimp, or maybe like
you've done the steak and cheese.
And the Baltimore Bomber. Baltimore Bomber is phenomenal, right? And then you know we have, and then just like ideas that just pop up. Let's just try it, you know?
Why not, right?
Yeah.
See what works.
Yeah.
You have the flexibility in this truck to do kind of whatever you get the inkling to do, right?
Yeah. I think we can accommodate a lot of different things, and we can do a lot of different styles. So it's fun, and every day's fun.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you were saying like it started around the pandemic because you were laid off, like millions of other people were. What were you doing before this?
I was an executive chef for a prominent restaurant in Baltimore for 7 years.
Okay.
And then I also had worked with like family restaurants, and I grew up in restaurants.
Sure.
You know, like every Greek little boy. You know, doing pizza boxes and cheesesteaks. You know, all day. But then I got taught from my dad and my uncles and stuff like that, and then branched out and went my way.
What do they think of you doing this?
I would think the ones that my uncles have passed away.
Sure.
They would be like, wow, that's amazing. And my dad's like, congratulations. He's like,
that's awesome.
Keep going. You know? He's like, and push the envelope.
Yeah. Well, look, I think you have to, right? Because it's now very competitive.
Yep.
At the pandemic, there were probably 24 food trucks.
Yeah.
Now there's probably 200.
You
know what I mean? So how do you feel like are you happy with where you are right now as far as business-wise, where you're parked, what you're doing, or are you still looking to kind of see how you can amp up that?
I think you always want to push for more, push for better. So like we're doing good, and I'm amazed that in 1 year, because we've only been open for a year, like a full year and a half, right?
Right.
So I'm amazed at what we've done in that time frame, and you know I want to keep on pushing, get bigger. You know, but still stay small, if that makes any sense. You know,
especially coming from somebody in the restaurant industry, you know that the overheads and the costs of growing sometimes supersede what you can make. So you have to kind of keep your arms around it, but just grow at the volume that you can handle.
Well, it's also, you know, like, for example, as I say, is like, if God willing was like, hey, get another truck, I'm like, I would think that would be the only way.
Right.
You know, I don't know if I would go to brick and mortar. I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things, but that's for later.
Who knows?
That's
Who
for later.
knows what'll happen tomorrow?
I'm having so much fun in this one. It's just so much fun. You know, like
well, that's important, right?
Yeah.
You know, because it's a tough industry.
Yeah.
And so if you're having a good time doing it, that makes it even better.
Yeah.
If you see the Pita King out, it's great. He's got a TV screen, so all season long he'll make sure you've got sports to watch and all kinds of great things. How about catering? Do you do catering?
We do catering. We're since it's me and my cousin that just do this. So we're kind of limited, but we're trying to grab and do more catering that we can handle. And we're just trying to.
So maybe if for my Christmas party coming up, I want some of those egg rolls. I can call you up.
Yep, you can call me.
Those are amazing. You're gonna love them. Check out the Pita King. Anywhere he is now, you post where you're going to be each week. Are you good about that? A lot of the food trucks aren't great.
Listen,
you need some social media help.
Yeah. We always need help. Yeah, we always need help. We'll do the best we can.
Do the best you can. All right. Well, you're going to have to look around, do some searches, find the Pita King. I'm telling you, the pitas are unbelievable. Fries are crispy, just like I like them. Egg rolls are extraordinary. and he's got a whole menu of other great stuff. So we had the
Number 3, the whiskey
and gyro.
Gyro, yeah. Gyro.
Right? And we had the big crab cakes, egg rolls, and the Mediterranean grilled chicken. How's the Mediterranean, Mama Cone? Amazing. The French fries are perfect.
Yeah.
All right, the Pita King.
There's a secret to that.
Out.
I can't give you guys my secret.
No,
yeah.
I understand. That he'd have to kill us later if we did that.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
I don't, you guys will be cooking them. That's why.
I love it. We'll be put to work. All right, check out the Pita King on Facebook. Do you have a website?
I have Instagram, thepitaking.com.
Pitaking.com. Look them up. And if you need appetizer for an upcoming event, get those egg rolls. They're amazing. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Oh, I love George. We had such a great time, and I'm not even kidding you. I'm actually drooling thinking about them and the meat on that pita that I had. Oh, unreal. Look him up, find him. I did see he's been posting his weekly schedule. Way to go, George. All right. If you need any help, I got you. All right, coming up tomorrow, we wrap up the week with Gail from the Maryland Lottery. And I checked out Treats to Brag About and Jen when they were set up at Tree Trekkers. We'll go over some of the sweet treats that she specializes in. Also, I asked guests, if someone called you with 24 hours to spend in Frederick, what is the must-do thing you'd tell them? What would you say? If somebody said, hey, I got 24 hours to spend in your town, what should I do? I'd love to hear what you have to say with that. You can text or comment on that. And what are the top 3 things you love about Frederick? I asked some guests that question, and I'll also play their responses tomorrow. All right, tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. I know we can grow this thing. Have an amazing day. We're shooting for 800 subscribers by Monday. If you can help do that, I'd be so appreciative. All right, let's get out there and let's be great, Frederick.
From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view. There's something special here, you feel it. Good morning, Frederick. Rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view. There's something special here, you feel it too. Your host